Hey, welcome to Charles City Rock Climbing. Well, I'm Rob Pittman, one of the people who helps manage it. This is Landon here. We're going to demonstrate how to correctly put on a harness. As you can see, he's holding it. He has the red thing. This is going to go by your belly button if you do not know. We also got to make sure the straps, I'm going to zoom in, are correctly played down. See how it goes under and through and over. It has to be that way. All right, Landon's now going to hold it out in front. He's got his 2 leg loops that he's going to put him through right now. I hope he doesn't trip. Nicely done, good balance. All right, now, one of the keys of putting on the harness is to make sure it comes above your hip bones. If you wonder where they're at, take your thumbs and put them on your hip bones right now. So he's going to first tighten his waist strap. That is our safety, because if you go inverted, you're not going to fall out of the harness. So he gets it, he pulls it tight. I'm going to help get it tight. Ugh! Like that. After that, he's going to adjust his legs. So, rules of the wall. The legs, yeah, they got to just be snug. The waist, though, this we want tight. Try to put your hand inside of it to see if it gets loose at all. If you can put, say, your arm in there, it's too loose. So it's basically 4 fingers that you can fit in. That is pretty much it. When you clip into the auto belays, you're going to do it as a partner. The person who's getting clipped in will hold the cord. If we let go of it, this will shoot up and it will be bad. Now, the locking mechanism. It's triple locking. You pull, you turn, you unclip. What we are going to do is we're going to take it and hook the harness. After that, you always check locking things. So you got to, do you hear that click? You got to click it for safety. Have a good day, and I hope you enjoy your climbing experience.
Hi, I'm Carly.
I'm Jacob.
And today we're going to kind of explain to you guys center of gravity, center of balance, and kind of your triangle while you're on the wall. So it's really important to be on balance and know where your center of gravity is when you're climbing, because if you're not, then you're not getting the most out of all of the muscles that you are trying to use while you do this. So there's 3 types of balance. So Jacob's going to demonstrate stable for you guys. You can see he has a wide base and his center of gravity is right down the middle. And then if he demonstrates offset for you, see how his center of gravity shifts over slightly and his base is skinnier, so he's just on 1 foot. And then the last one is dynamic, which we can't necessarily show you guys on the ground just because being dynamic is when your center of balance passes outside of your base, which is your feet in this case, which would mean that you're probably falling over. So now I'm gonna have Jacob kind of demonstrate what a triangle is for you guys. You can see his arms are the top 1 point together of the triangle, and then each of his feet are the bottom 2 corners of the triangle. So you can see how his body is right down the middle, and his center of gravity is right there as well. So if he lifts up one of his feet, you can see how his whole body kind of shifted over, which is his center of gravity shifting this way. So if he switches his feet and does the other one, you can see his 3 points, hand, and his foot, and how he shifted in to be inside of his triangle. So that's kind of your importance and why being on balance is really important for climbing, and just to get the most out of your body while you're climbing.
Hi, I'm Olivia Martin.
And I'm Jasmine Naimi.
And we're doing introduction on hands. So with climbing, obviously you're gonna use your hands a lot, so you gotta know which kind of grips you gotta use. Most common is like open hand. The best way to explain that one is like holding a basketball. You use the palm of your hand and you hold the wall. And then with smaller grips, you wanna use stuff like the pinch grip and the crimp grips. And with crimp, there's at least 3 types. There's open crimp, half crimp, and closed crimp.
Stop. One of you guys, come here. Didn't take into account the thing. Good.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so go ahead and be like the crimp grip.
With the crimp grips, there's the open crimp, half crimp, and full crimp. Those are basically just using the tips of your fingers with, I wouldn't say more jagged edge grips, but flat edged. And then the pocket grip, and that's basically for pockets. You can mainly use like your fingers to hold on, I guess.
Thank you so much, ladies.
So the lock off is one of the most commonly used positions that you use without even realizing it. It's an unconscious move that you do while rock climbing. When you do the lock off, this is where your arms stay in position while you're looking for your next move. This is going to keep your body where you want it and your feet where you want it.
Hi, I'm Zach Grazier,
Hi, I'm Andres.
and we're going to be talking about the importance of using your feet while rock climbing and the different types of footholds. And then once we're done with all that, then we're going to explain a game that you can try out. Using your feet while Using your feet while rock climbing is very important because it takes the load off all of your upper muscles and your upper body muscles. And it also can contribute to more of a flow in your rock climbing. And when you're using your feet, you want to make sure you're quick and quiet to not put more pressure on your upper body muscles. To start, Andreas here is going to show you a outer foothold, and where he's just using the outer edge of his foot. And then now I'll show you the inner edge foothold, where you're just using the inner edge of your foot. And then now we'll jump to more of an advanced move, smearing, which is when you just put your feet on the wall without using the hold, just like that. And another move is where you toe stab a hold. It's typically used on more of a flatter surface, almost like you were smearing, but more of a flatter, just like that, yep. And another move is just a regular jug hold, which is a more comfortable foothold. And you just, once you're up there, go ahead. You can just use this one. So you have to go find it. So then this one. And then this right here would be like more of a jug, because there's more of a reach over like that. All right, and then that's the hold. And then did you say that we could use this one for the pocket? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, and then the last foothold is the pocket. And it involves you using your toes in order, it's kind of like toe stabbing, except you have more of a area to put your toe in. And what you do is you would put your toe inside of a little area like that, yep. And that would be a pocket. All right, so now that we have gone through the importance of using your feet while rock climbing and some specific holds that you can try, now we're going to demonstrate a game. Okay. So our game is called inner and outer foot, and what you do is you use your inner and outer foot the whole entire time while rock climbing. You and your partner can compete and see who can get the furthest up the wall using just your inner foot while climbing the whole way up, or just your outer foot. So Andreas will go first. He's just going to use the outer edges of his feet. Outer edges of your feet. It's quite difficult, as you can see. Very good game.
Let's try it with the inner edge first, Andres,
okay.
and see how you do.
And you can also do this with any other types of holds as well. For example, like smearing, you can just smear the whole time.
can go down whenever.
Go ahead.
All right. Thank you for watching.
Hello, my name is Carter. That's Zach. We're gonna show you long arms. Keeping your arms long and like locked, you're using your muscles, your skeleton, you're using everything in your body just to hang there, right? And when you're bent like this, go up, you're using your muscles and you're gonna get tired quicker, so it's gonna allow you to go longer. All right, go for it. See, he's keeping his arms straight, and a game you can play is Frankenstein arms, and you go up the wall, keeping your arms straight the whole time, and you're just gonna swing your hips kinda towards the side that you're gonna go up with. Oh God. Zach, are you tired?
Very. But not as near as much as I would be if I
There you
actually
go.
used my arms.
See? Long arm.
So we're going to be explaining the difference between a side pull, a Gaston, and then going into what orientation is and how it affects rock climbing. So a side pull, as Jasmine is going to demonstrate here, is when you go and you pull towards yourself so that you can reach another hold. A Gaston is basically the same concept, only you're pushing away from yourself to reach another hold. However, the Gaston is more difficult, so you don't want to do that unless you have to. You can come down. And the main difference is orientation, between orientation of your hands, as Jasmine demonstrated, the side pull, you're basically pulling towards yourself, and a Gaston, you're just pushing away, so your hand turns. Or the orientation of a hold, because for example, a jug, one of the most basic holds, can turn into an undercling just by turning it upside down.
Okay, so I'm going to be teaching you a very basic and super useful climbing move. It's called the heel hook, and it's basically whenever you use your heel to position yourself on a wall and basically use it as a hold. So on the ground here, you can kind of see, I would put my heel here and just basically apply pressure and use that as the hold. One very important thing to remember is to wear good shoes, because if you don't, what can happen is you can put your heel here and your shoe could slip off, which would be very bad because you'd lose your hold and then you'd probably fall off the wall. So I'm going to demonstrate it really fast on the wall. I'm going to use this hold right here as a heel hook. I'm going to get on the wall first of all. I'm going to then see my hold, adjust my heel here, and basically use that heel as another hand or hold. And that's basically a heel hook.
Hello, my name is Malcolm,
I'm Angel.
and today we will be demonstrating backstepping. Angel, may you please get on the wall, please? As you can see right here on this foothold, he has his outside foot being held up by this part right here. And on the inside foot right here, you can see that he's holding it right here on the other side at an angle, so that way he can keep the center of balance. As you can see right here, he's also maintaining the center of balance as he's has a tight grip right on the rocks. And here's a little fun game that you can play as you try to practice back step. As you can see, his hand keeps moving up to that red one to practice his movements on back stepping. Switch. Let me show you another side, please. Thank you. As you can see, he also placed his feet the same way he did last time to keep that center of balance, which is very important when you're trying to back step. And right here, now you move your hands over, right there. Right here, you can also play a little game for backstepping to keep practicing on your handles and where you can just place your feet generally.
All right, today we'll be demonstrating the drop knee. It helps you move laterally along the wall, and it's a pretty easy move to pull off here. We're gonna have Jacob get up on the wall. He's gonna use his left leg to demonstrate the drop knee here. See, the knee's below, or it's about as low as his foot here, and he's gonna press off it and move to his right. It'll help him move out there to his right and keep him locked into the wall, create some torsion, and yeah, that's about all there is to it.
Vice, Jonathan over there, this is Zach, and I'll be teaching about exercises and end games. So one of the good exercises would be, like, for strengthening, would be trying to hang on the wall for 5 seconds, and then jumping off, and then doing that 5 times a day. And the next one is do some ladders. So you get hooked up. And now your ladders are going to be panels. So 1 panel, 2 panel, 3 panel. So you go up to the second panel. Now you're going down. Now you're going up past the second panel again to the third panel. There you go, that, and then you're going up and down until you get to the top. Our third exercise is smearing. So it's when you're up on the wall and you hang it like this. You kind of want to have your butt out and your legs straight. Make it easier, make better leverage. Yeah, just for 10 seconds, you'll do it like 3 times. Yeah. In our games, some of our games are pointer. So I'll help Big John put his thing on real quick. So now, I'm going to point on which ones I want him to climb. So put right hand on that black one. Your feet can be whatever. Left green, right blue, left red, and right orange. And now you do this all the way up the panel, all the way up the wall, until you get to the top. Alright, you jump down. Now, me and Zach are going to play chicken. Chicken's going to be, you're going to climb across your wall. And Zach's going to follow me across the wall.
And does he have to use the exact same holds you use?
Yeah, so you do the same stuff as me. Me can be a little different, but I mean, try to stay the same route the way I go. You get to the other side of the wall. basically a 15-second race. So John is gonna run up the wall in 15 seconds. And we're just gonna see who gets there faster. He's running up. That's 15. So now you would jump down. And then the next person would go and try to beat his time. We're not going to do that for time purposes, though. Next one would be Eliminator. So, John, find the wall again. So now, John's going to climb up all the way to the top of the wall. Not right now, but once he gets to the top, he's going to say, I want blue to be off limits, so no one can touch blue again. So now you climb up the wall again, and you keep on eliminating holds until no one can make it almost. The last person that can make it wins. So now John has to avoid blue and try to make it up the wall.